Unsugaring the sugar coat, sugar dating interventions, deglamorization. The theory applied to the deglamorization health intervention
is the trans-theoretical model.
TTM. TTM is also known as the stages of change model and consists of 5 stages and is known to be highly effective in health behavior change. And to the right, you see a sugar daddy and his baby. The first stage is pre-contemplation, which involves consciousness raising because individuals do not see what is wrong with their behavior. The idea of shifting behavior patterns is just now initially being presented to them, so they're oblivious to what they're doing phase. This also involves dramatic relief or emotional arousal, which can be expressed in the forms of fear, anxiety, shame, guilt, or inspirations and hope to change. This also involves reassessment of the environment or assessing unhealthy behavior. And to the left, you see Marilyn Monroe, who is considered a sugar baby. The second stage of the TTM, or the trans-theoretical model, is contemplation, which also involves consciousness raising. Individuals begin weighing the decision behind the action which has not yet occurred, could be recognized as is it worth it phase. Teeter-totter mentality, not yet ready, not sure of wanting, or lacks confidence to make a change. Could be considered a pro and cons phase when seeking to possibly modify the behavior. Once again, dramatic relief, reassessing the environment with an added self-reevaluation. Behavior change is an important part of one's identity, so recognition of an identity change and what that could possibly look like. To the right, there's a student who's trying to go to law school who is looking for a sugar daddy to support her. The third stage would be preparation and determination, which requires the shift in behavior patterns within 30 days, also known as getting ready to change phase. So there's self-reevaluation, social liberation, society supports healthy behavior change, self-liberation, commitment, and belief in one's ability to change. And to the right, you see an allowance for a sugar baby. And down below are 2 college students that lost their sugar daddy and are needing money for tuition. So they could be eventually in stage 3 of preparation and determination, where they could change within that 30-day period. It would just be up to them to either accept it or reject it. And then the fourth stage is action, which is short and immediate changes for periods up to 6 months, also known as changing behavior phase. This involves self-liberation, contingency management, social liberation, counter-conditioning. What have they already been conditioned to do in these unhealthy behavior patterns? And how would they break it? What does that look like? And also stimulus control. What is a trigger to them and how will they react according to those responses? And to the right, you see a sugar baby. She's not looking at her sugar daddy for who he is, but the financial means and the resources in which she can gain from their interactions. That goes into the 5th stage, which is maintenance, in which behavior has changed over 6 months, requiring the prevention of relapse and consolidation of gains, also known as maintaining the behavior change. This involves contingency management, social liberation, counter-conditioning, again, stimulus control. And to the right, you see Hugh Hefner with his sugar babies. Constructs of TTN are process of change, decisional balance, self-efficacy. There's more than this, but this is what I'm focusing on in my paper. And to the right are sugar packets representing every female in the sugaring industry. Process of change.
What does that look like?
Activities to modify problematic behavior. Introducing the idea of what separation from a benefactor or sugar daddy or mama means is stage 1, pre-contemplation, untying themselves from their benefactors. For example, a car is stage 4, or action, action. And then getting apartments and paperwork in their own name is action and maintenance, 4 and 5. Introduction to budget classes is action. Deleting apps and accounts related to sugaring is action, is stage 4. STI testing is stage 4. Counseling is stage 4 and 5. So action and maintenance, which deals with identity issues, undealt trauma, offering life coaching, basic life skills, outlets to promote vision. For example, entrepreneurship, instead of selling their bodies and self-esteem, could redirect them to become business owners. And to the right, you see a sugar daddy candle, which smells like money, leather, and premium cologne, fashioned under that lifestyle. And then a billboard that supports sugar dating. Decisional balance is recognizing the economic effects of potential monetary loss of income due to not sugaring anymore, a loss of car, fancy clothes, student debts paid off. So suddenly there's a lack of those debts being handled. At the same time, helping them realize the potential for gaining more balance in different dimensions of wellness, such as physical and psychological. So a decrease of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, a decrease in psychological issues such as borderline personality disorder traits or anxiety. To the right, you see a magazine that's basically promoting the idea of not so sweet arrangements. And then, according to seekingarrangements.com, Georgia is the 3rd state that is most prevalent in sugaring at 28.48%. And to the right, you see a sugar baby with her gifts and luxury lifestyle that her benefactors have basically promoted to try to keep her in that lifestyle. But she can easily choose to detach herself if she enters into the stages of change model. Self-efficacy is the degree of confidence individuals have in maintaining their desired behavior change in situations that often trigger a relapse. This is stages 3 and 4. And that involves tools and tool belt application. To the right, you see in 2016 that the average monthly allowance for a sugar baby was a little over $2,000, and there's the pile of cash that promotes why ladies keep getting sucked into this lifestyle or behavior pattern. So tools and sugar dating recovery tool belt look like, play back that video. It's a loss of individuality or whatever the issue was. Possible issues with having a job if someone sees their lifestyle like a boss and they are not in favor of sugaring, that could hurt their potential job gains in the future. So really it becomes a loss. And HALT, which is a tool that shows them if they're hungry, if they're angry, if they're lonely, if they're tired, to not go back to sugaring, dating lifestyles and their benefactors because of the negative impacts. And this is a picture of TTM with the stages of change. We went over that. Decisional balances with the pros and cons, and processes of change, which involve behavior and experiential. With behavioral, it's self-liberation, and experiential, it's the social liberation, just for a few examples.